Alright, so I have this this Troy-Bilt. It looks like it's been sitting outside for a while. Doubt if it's been running. So right off the bat, you can see the cable is fraying up here, and I can engage it, but I have to be pulling on the handle, and then I can shove this over at least so it'll release the engine control on it. And pulled on it, and sounds like there's compression. It's not stuck, and it does sound like there's compression on it, but you can see some rust and everything on here. But everything else actually looks pretty good. It'll probably clean up pretty nicely. The biggest thing also, the front wheels are locked. They are just not turning at all. Yeah, so we've got to dig into that. And I'm sitting out here in the shade because it's like 90 something degrees and kind of hot, but not bad in the shade actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. I'll probably take the spring off of this temporarily just so that I can manually control that, and take this cover off and take a look. Oh, one bolt is gone there. But I want to take a look underneath and see what we got. See if it's the wheels, is it the gearbox in there, or is it the belt? Who knows? Haven't looked. I'm just gonna do a quick investigation and see what I'm up against. I took the cover off and I took the spring off here, so I just took this nut off. Full of crap. Let's get some of this junk off of here. Well, it's not frozen. Not there anyway. But the wheels are locked. So everything up here looks good. Alright. So I guess we're going to have to check out the wheels. One thing I want to do is I think I might go ahead and shoot some carb cleaner in here and see if it'll turn over first. I've got some carb cleaner. back over. Excellent. So, that's good. Well, that means I will continue on with this project. So, what's next? I know I need to clean the carburetor after looking inside there. It's pretty nasty. Tank looks good though. So, I guess I think I'm going to take a wheel off and see what's under there, out of curiosity. Mower is just, this wheel is just stuck on there. I can peek down in there. Doesn't look like the ears are stripped. There we go. Oh, sorry. Let me readjust the camera here. Might as well take them both off. See what's going on. Those jokers are just set in there. guess I'm going to pry this one off. There it goes. Had to put some penetrating oil on that. Okay. The wheels are off. See, at first I was thinking that there was a bushing or something on here, but this is splined. And when you take a look, let me give you a close-up. Nope. You can see how it's splined here and splined on the inside. And if that was the case, then this whole thing should rotate. But well, I've done this 1,000 times. I just don't know why I can't remember. For some reason, I keep remembering that there's a bushing on these. But it doesn't seem to want to rotate. I'll probably have to think about it a while. It's been a long freaking hot day. And that's probably why I can't figure it out. But or is it the splined portion, the actual bushing, that should be turning? Alright, so what I'm doing, I've got this. Let's see if I can get you a better view. I put these on there and clamped around the splined portion of the bushing. I think that's supposed to be set in the wheel, and it's the bushing that's, you can see it's starting to turn. I'm just going to have to work it back and forth and be patient. But that should be rotating freely. And the spline portion, of course, sets in the wheel. And but I think that's what was confusing me. But that is what is frozen. And I have some penetrating oil that I had sprayed on there, and the other one's soaking over there, but it's starting to let loose. I just hope I don't damage the splines too bad with these vice grips. But if it does, I'm just going to keep working it back and forth like that until it frees up. I'm sure you don't want to sit through this whole thing, so I'll come back and continue videotaping once these are free. Alright, for a quick update, you can see it's spinning freely. I worked it back and forth for 5 or 10 minutes. I was trying to pull it all the way out, but it seems to be hanging here. I might have to file this down a little bit so I can pull it out and clean it off. But it actually got almost too hot to touch after I was working it back and forth and around. It got really hot. But I was kind of surprised. But at least it freed up. right around this outer edge, I can feel quite a few burrs around that outer edge. I think if I file that off, I can take it all the way off and make sure everything's cleaned up. Almost off of there. There we go. So I'm going to clean this off with some sandpaper. There you go. So I did mess up the splines a little bit with those vice grips, but they should go right on. If not, I'll put them in the press also and press them back in. But I think it'll go in just fine. Mucho better. I can probably lightly tap it with a hammer, or I'll put it on a press, but this is just plastic, so just tapping it in there will probably work. And here's the hammer. No sweat. You know, I think I need to get a little oil. Oil these suckers down. Alright, I just put some oil around it. Yep, that did it. Oh. There we go. All right, so let's get the other side. Fun. All right, so I just freed up the other side, oiled it up. Looks like it's turning freely now. So let's get this sucker started, and then we can make sure everything else works, which I'll bet it does. Paint's peeling off of it. And I'll have to hose that down once I'm done. I guess I'm going to go ahead and put some gas in it and see by chance if it even gets through the carburetor. Alright, put some gas in it. Don't know if it's going to actually get into the carburetor, but I'm going to go ahead and shoot what's ever left of that. It's almost empty. Alright. I'm kind of surprised that the carburetor didn't need cleaning. I'll probably go ahead and clean it because I do plan on reselling this one. So I'm going to clean it up, clean the carburetor, and it needs a new yeah, I think I'll do that. I'm just going to clean it up. And I guess I'll call this one a day. It's hot out here, but I'll just do the normal stuff. I'm just going to clean it all up, get a new you can see how frayed up that is. Can you see that? There we go. That's about the only thing I need to replace. And well, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. It was a real quick video. Just freed up the wheels was the main thing, and a little TLC, and that's all she wrote. So be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for my next project.